Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in, Brandon Williams. Yes, you are first. Yep. Going for first is always a fun fight. But I fixed my game in a workaround way. I do need to. Hello, Thanos and Amanda. Welcome in. Not furry. Because we are half elves, half dwarf. I have a twin, but we can turn into wolves with our magic. So I'm going to go in here. I need to turn down the sound again. For some reason, it got turned back up. Or else I will go insane. But I put in some fixing mods. We got stuck on vacation. Could not do anything. So we had to delete the vacation world and bring it back in. I'm looking, trying to see if the Twitch side is working right now, because it looks weird. Okay. Alright, mate. Okie dokie. Let's get y'all situated. You are going... No, I don't want to look at the other apartments. You're going to take your shower. Go to the bathroom. We have any? Yeah, we have leftovers. Well, why don't you go and actually eat the leftovers first? Yeah, it was decent on vacation. She got sunburnt. Yes. So, yes. So, I made my twin and I in The Sims 2. Alright, May, you will... Maybert. Okay, cool. You will grab a plate. We just growled at each other. We're sisters and we growled at each other. Hilarious. Okay. Okay, clean up. Someone has music playing. That's catchy. Oh, the sad thing is the music. I'm gonna have to put the game sounds. The annoying thing is with the music is that some of it gets copyrighted on YouTube side.
Oh, voted.
No. Oh. You're not making your own food. You're making food for everyone else. Okay. Why don't... No, you're not gonna go to bed yet. You're going to clean up. Then you can go to bed. May! Clean up. Then go to bed. Yeah. Wow. May wants to get a promotion and quit her job. What? Wait, let me look at her job. What does she really want to do? She wants to become the law. Why do you want to quit your job if you want to... May, we have money now. We have funds. Maybe we can look into, like, No. Hey, no. Don't just take it downstairs. Really? Okay. I thought I couldn't pick it up for a second. I'm gonna put those away. You're gonna clean up, and then you're gonna go sleep. You want to buy a bar. May, stop wanting to buy a bar. Thing on the wall. And then... Wow. Alright. Nope. Put away and clean up.
Who to blame, Albert? Zubata.
I have this mod that is not working right now, it looks like. Hopefully we can stop the bunny from showing up for May. Hug friendly. Talk, chat, macro, socialize friendly. There you go. That's just casual arguing here and there. I got my water. I need to change the flavoring in. What? Hey, Kitsune. Oh, the music's down here. Good morning. The carpool will arrive for May soon. Okay, I'm trying to... We have 2 family friends now. We're gonna need to keep these friends, or else we won't get promoted. Hey, you got second! No one's gotten first on the Twitch side yet. Alrighty. We both could get an... You want to buy sew a project? I could let you do that later. Okay. Got your social up. You need to take a shower. When do you go? Oh, in like 9 minutes. Okay, you're fine. When do you go to work? 10 a.m. So at 9 a.m. is when your thing will come. You want to do learn couples counseling. You're not in a relationship, girl. Be saved from death. Reach mechanical level. Okay, why don't you take mechanical for a little bit? Because that might be something that you need eventually. The really interesting about The Sims 2 is when you go on vacation. No! Put those bills away. I don't want to pay. I guess I have the money, but I still don't want to pay. But whenever you get, you go on vacation or go somewhere, it saves the day. So you're not actually, like, using a weekend away. Like, if you're like, hey, I'm going to go a weekend away. You're not really doing that because you go, like, you leave on Friday. You'll stay there for a week. Come back and it's still Friday. It's like going to Narnia. Okay, when you get home, you're gonna pay all the bills. And... oh, wait, you can open that too. Alright, let's speed it up for... okay, May quickly gathers the files for Mr. Vandersoo's big case. He will be arguing before the Grand Court of Sim City, and his paperwork must all be ready in perfect order, else he may lose the case. Just before May plans to turn in the files, she realizes that Mr. Vandersoo will only accept his files if they are ordered in a particular way. But how? There's the obvious choice, alphabetical order, but May also seems to remember something about Mr. Vandersoo's preferring his files to be ordered by color. How should order by color? May was always a visual person, so she decides this is true. Actually, this is true. So she decides colors would be the best way of organizing the files. When she arrives in Mr. Vandersoo's office with the files, he takes one look at the files and excitedly exits his chair to greet her. He wasn't used to receiving files organized by color, but his recent memo indicated he wanted file clerks to be doing just that, apparently. May was the only one to read the memo. Mr. Vandersoo is so pleased with May that he decides to promote her to law firm receptionist. So she got promoted. Yay! Okay, battery requires rechargeable ability. Can you get it done before the unit dies? I see. Alright, so May needs to learn a thing of logic. She doesn't need to get... but I'm gonna have her call her friend and just talk. Make sure we don't lose that friend. Then her comfort's really low. Ooh, the raid in Ravenfall just started. And we might actually get a maid. Yeah. Oh, he's not home. Okay, I tried. Let's get a maid. And then... yes. Use the bath. Or I think it's like... if I do... no. Macro... power idol. Yeah, she's gonna just do what she needs to do. While investing in a large industrial freezer, Faye finds that notorious organized crime boss, the Banana. Wow, okay. Currently wanted on several charges, frozen in a block of ice. It seems that Banana wanted to prevent himself from having to appear in court. Should Faye have the frozen banana stand trial, or should she attempt to thaw him out first? Frozen. Dang it! That wasn't the right thing to do. I thought he would run away if I thawed him. Faye proudly presents the banana still frozen over to the DA. When the DA attempts to put the banana on the stand, though, the judge laughs. Discovering that the DA is serious, the judge calls for a mistrial and drops all charges. The entire office is furious at Faye for the misstep, and she's... hey, I'm not a lawyer! The lawyer should have known better. The lawyer should have said, hey, that's probably not the best idea. Was May the lawyer? Oh, well. I guess I... power idol. Okay, the maid's here. Yeah, see, Sims 4 doesn't have this. They don't have, like, the cars that randomly pop up. So, like, this is the main car. Why is the car still running? I just realized that. The car is still running. What are you doing now? You're just sitting there. Okay. Oh, because of your comfort levels. Alrighty. What do you want to do? Earn 2,000, buy a bar, learn logic skill. Yeah, why don't you go and practice logic? You're in a bad mood. Okay. Take a shower. Maybe I should buy you guys better beds. And a better couch. So that we can get your... and better chairs. So we can get the comfort up. Okay. So this was comfort 2. Let's buy a couple of those for the... Comfort 3. I wish they had more of the... I wish they had more of the rolly chairs. I need to turn on the music. Music to be really low. Ambient lower. Sound effects slightly lower. Okay. They need to make it so that we can have more of those that are better at... Hello. Doing good. Trying to make our Sims selves less uncomfortable, but that means... or less comfortable. No, uncomfortable. Words. The annoying thing is, like, when you want in The Sims, like, I really need to do, like, get actual custom content, because the chairs, like, I want a rolly chair for the desk, but the only rolly chair is very uncomfortable, so if they sit there, they lose, like, their mood will go down. So... like, it doesn't, like, the apartment is gonna have, like, not cohesive, like, decor, mainly just because I'm trying to make it so that they're not always uncomfortable. Okay, so the chairs, now they need a bed, because they started getting uncomfortable a lot. I think this will work. Hello! Hi. Yeah. Let's see. Any more chairs? Oh, right. This chair over here. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. I was on the road and I was actually in VC with May when this happened yesterday. Is so I'm driving from the city when I saw someone had gotten pulled over. And I think it was like the end of their traffic stop because the cop was getting into the car, turned off his lights, and they started driving away. Well, this idiot decided that I'm just gonna start speeding. So I'm just sitting there. I see him speeding ahead. And that same cop is like, well, turned the lights back on and started chasing him down. And I'm just like, how idiotic can you be to speed away from a speed check? Like, you just got ticketed for speeding. And now you're speeding again 2 seconds after you left the cop. And he got ticketed again. I don't know if it was like 2 tickets or if it was like a warning in the ticket, but it was funny.
Oh, Yepson. Oh, there. Oh, he black.
I figured it was something like that, but yeah, though I was just that was I'm just like and May's like, what? And I was like, this idiot sped away from a cop. Like, seriously, like that same cop is probably like, here we go again. Yeah, no, like that's what I'm thinking. It's just what? And then that same drive, I saw a shirtless man chasing after a cow. And then I saw a shirtless man on a horse chasing after a donkey. As I was on the interstate. Like I just got out of like the city, so we're like getting into the more country parts of the state. And I was just like, okay, that checks. Like, okay. Yeah. And it's funny though because like I told May, I'm like we're always surprised because and like laugh about something that happens, but then after a few seconds we're like, okay, that fits though. Like it's like you don't see that every day, but I'm not surprised. Yeah. Turn off. So apparently we have a very very like versatile stereo because this stereo is in the main lobby of this apartment complex. We're on like so there's the main lobby, like the main lobby, then you have like one floor we're one floor up. There it's a like a 2-floor apartment complex. We're one floor up. I told my sim to go and turn the music off because it was driving me insane. He just literally pulled out a remote from her seat and just clicked it and it turned off. So I was like, wow. This is back in like the 2000s. So like this game was made back like early 2000s. So I'm like, that's impressive. That you could turn the like stereo off when you're upstairs. You go take a shower and yeah. Yee. If you need suggestions on mods, I can give you a list. there's 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 a few mods I okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know some of the mods that are not ones I'd put on the stream. There's one mod that I actually use, but I haven't used it on the stream yet because I don't know if I should or not. Cuz it's like it adds in like the alcohol and like it adds in alcohol. But it's like but it's like because it's something where like I don't think alcohol is really bad, but since we're family friendly, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to like even portray that in The Sims. Mhm. Yeah. Um and then there's the same mod. So this one person makes a like alcohol mod for those who don't want to go the more adult route. Then he has a more adult mods of like gangs, gambling, and drugs. Yeah, yeah. I know some people who like use it just for story purposes, like where like it's not even like her family doesn't use it, but like it's around. But mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't. There's some other adult ones that I would never use. But some of the mods that I do use religiously are like there's the RPO relationship. It used to be called Woohoo Wellness, which was just because it was mainly about like the Sims relationships. But it became more about like extended relationships than just when you love each other. So basically it like makes it so that like your sim can randomly get a trait of I don't want children or I want children. Or like you could have like two like where the husband and the wife differ like in my one Sims save where it was like I had triplets, the dad didn't want children but the mom did. And that was torturous because she had triplets. And if you don't resolve that while she's pregnant, unless you like really work on the relationship, he's gonna be feeling comfortable around the kids because she's like, I never wanted kids. So it makes more drama than anything. Um, but it also like adds in custody and like where you can actually have like split custody. And I always wanted that in the Sims games because like I'm like even as like if you're playing like as a single parent, you need breaks. Send the kid to your dad's, and that was always like tough to do in The Sims. Because it was like you had to like split the household, move the household, like move things around. And then like there's the childbirth mod that makes it more realistic. um, that adds in more like they adds in like even like they added in a lot for that. So I have a lot of realistic mods, and then I have mods to fix things as well, like fix bugs or like workaround fixes. I had a mod that added burglars, but they actually just added burglars back into the game, so I took away the mod because I don't need it anymore. There is a mod. There is the chaos mod for The Sims 4. Someone made a chaos mod for The Sims 4 where uh it's something not a mod that you play with all the time, like in your regular gameplay. Not adult. I'm just saying stuff that I would never use because we're family friendly. Our producer was saying I walked in for the first time and we're talking about adult Sims mods. Like, just saying the mods that I avoid. This game I actually don't have much mods in. The Sims 2 I don't have much mods in because I need to find reliable sources for mods because since The Sims 2 was abandoned for so many years. May just so the phone rang. May sighed and fell asleep on her food. I guess go answer the phone, Faye. No, I'm not talking to you. It's the waitress from the one time that they tried to go out to eat. Okay, May. Go to bed if you're that tired. Why can't you go to bed? You can just relax. No. Get out of your spaghetti. Stop face planting into your spaghetti and go to bed. Faye, you go. Yeah, okay, you don't go to bed yet. You go and take a shower. Then go to bed. Yes. May, go to bed. Why? Oh, yeah. But no, the funny thing is May, I'm telling her to go to bed. She literally just had my Sims portrait with an X over it. She really just doesn't, like, why are you... I'm not doing anything to you. I'm taking a shower. You're... May. You guys are talking loud in the hallway. Can you please, like, it is... Well, okay, actually, it's only 7 o'clock. They're just... Yeah, they're just sleepy. Dude! That's not yours, that's mine. This guy just came over and grabbed our, newspaper. Yep. Yep. I saw a video where they were like, so they were playing The Sims 2. It was Call Me Kevin. And he didn't do his, he didn't pay his bills. And, he didn't pay his bills. And he, the repo man came. But because of the fact that most of his belongings burned in a fire, the repo man went in and stole the closet out of the wall. So there's just a hole in the wall where the closet used to be. It was... Yes! It was hilarious! Okay, so there's drama happening in the wall, or in the hall. I don't know why, but this guy started talking to this girl, but this old man got really mad and started punching his hand, and then went over and slapped him. And now he's getting slapped by the same man, while these two are just watching. And now they're back to talking with, now the man's back to talking with someone else. What do you mean? Yeah. May has gained enthusiasm in arts and crafts. She can now share tips of... She's sleeping. What is that? Imagine being so poor they have to repo the closet. This is like watching my grandma's soap operas. Yes, I know. There's this thing in her on her head. I think yeah, no, that's it's saying that she painted or something, or like she did arts and crafts. Okay. Yeah, I'm just oh, now there's a full-on fight. They're brawling. Fight. It's an old man and like a young adult, like or an adult, because they didn't. And now the girl is crying because she's like, these two men are fighting. I am so confused. Like, I want to know the story now. What happened? I think maybe like the old man liked the girl, but the adult man like started flirting with the girl. And then you and May are just sleeping in the next room's over. Yeah, I know. So May is on this wall. May is sleeping on this wall. And noises in this part of the apartment will wake her up. Yet there's a brawl happening right outside my room, and I do not care. I am not. Actually, I am not a light sleeper. So that tracks. Okay, the old man got beat up. The old man lost. And now the maybe different last names, but they could. But the guy that beat up the old man has the same last name as the old man. It keeps getting juicier and juicier. Wait, no. It's not. It's not that. Neil Cameron, who's the old man, and yeah, it's Armand and Tara are both. I think they might be husband and wife because they have the same last name. I am. Possibly next time in the stories of our lives. Yeah, no, they're all just leaving. They're all walking away. The couple the couple lives upstairs. We need to go visit them. The couple lives upstairs. The old man lives across the hall, and the other person lives downstairs. Oh my gosh. It's the entire apartment complex is like in one big soap opera, and there's just and then there's just us. We're just living our lives. Don't mind us. Oh my gosh. Oh, according to the last stream, Kitsun's curse lifted, I think, because he turned us into wolves on the with the potion. Now, unless you got it back. Yeah. The funny thing is, all of this happened outside of a private eye and a laws student, like a lawyer's apartment. Curse got the curse? That would be hilarious. Alrighty. So you guys are awake. Your social is so low. Go talk to your sister. I know you don't like me right now, so come talk to me, May. Oh, sure. How about let me have her join the chess match. Apparently I decided just to play chess. We can talk while playing chess. Really? May was sat down and I'm like, nope. I stood back up and said, nope, I'm not playing anymore. Join May. Come on, just play chess together. And we're oblivious to what just happened outside the night before. Yep. Alright, May, you gained your thing. Okay, this is upping social, which is good. And our comfort is getting up too. That's good. That's good. Ooh, but I think I'm gonna be pre-ordering the newest Sims 4 expansion pack. I suggest going to Instant Gaming because they always have them on discount. Just because of how much money you can spend on all the expansion packs, it's like thousands of dollars. So I don't like, I say go to the source of the game unless they are that cash grabby. Then I'm like, I do not care anymore. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There are sometimes you can get, like, sometimes they'll have free games. Sometimes they'll have free expansion packs. So, or, well, more so, like, the stuff packs are free sometimes. I've gotten a few of them for free. I have it through the EA app, not Steam. I mean, EA, it's free. Like, the Sims 4 base game is free. It is, yeah. Interesting, yeah. The only reason why I got it through EA is because since I had already had, like, Sims 3 and Sims 2, I had the discs. And when Sims 3 came out, that's when they started doing more of, like, the online stuff. And so Origin came out, and that was, like, the only place that you could register your games with was through Origin. So I got it through Origin, and then they got rid of Origin and made EA, the EA app. And so that's basically the only reason why I even use EA app is for that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I never got all the expansion packs for Sims 3 because some of them I was like, it was always like, if it was given to me, cool, but I'm not paying for that. It was like the Katy Perry pack. Yeah, and I'm like, I don't need that. And like, I never got the Supernatural, or I never got the Into the Future. Because that was like, I was started like getting to the point of I had to start buying them. Ooh, a fair. May, you want to get a promotion. This is funny how May wanted to get a, so early, like at the beginning of the stream, May wanted to May wanted a promotion, and then she also wanted to quit her job. Yeah, she wanted a promotion, but also wanted to quit. And I'm like, you're not gonna quit if you're trying to get for. I'm not gonna let you quit. She doesn't want to quit anymore, but
He var ro ramenet si
yes.
cruciva ibala no rabbinish. Oh,
Okay, so you're going to serve breakfast, instant meals,
Zubata.
because apparently we're not smart enough to make eggs. The only thing I can make is cereal, instant meal, or toaster pastry. Yeah, I need to get another skill in the cooking.
Trees are.
Sims 2 and Sims 1 were a little bit more realistic in their eating and like their food wise, because it was like one meal, like it depending on the type of meal that you made, made it like depended on like how much hunger you got. So if you like an instant meal, this isn't gonna up my hunger. Sims 4, Sims 3, they were more lenient, saying, hey, one meal makes it go all the way up. So it was like that was nice in the long run of not having to like judge how much you need. But Sims 2 had a lot more like nuances that were great. Like the whole like them fighting out there, and then after the fight, he went to go talk to someone else, and he was there just shaking his hand because he had hurt his hand. But I'm like, in Sims 4, you don't have those animations. Mm-hmm. Like, one of the fun things was, like, if you have a really artistic sim, but they're not outgoing, and you force them to go talk to people, your sims will break the fourth wall and look to the sky, like, look to you like you're God, and give you, like, the question, like, why are you making me do this? Yes! Yeah. You are good. Yeah. You want to sell a masterpiece. Well, then you need to learn to. You need to paint. Oh. Um. No, I don't think you should paint your sister in the toilet. Um. Why don't you paint yourself painting? We can pretend she has a mirror. There you go. My my grandfather was a photographer. So there's this photo of him that I remember. My mom has it, and it's of him. So it's like a self portrait of him painting. So it's a picture of him painting, and he's painting a clown. And my mom goes, "Look, a bozo's painting a bozo." My mom did not like him. Like, he was not a good man. So, but like I just remember literally, like I remember growing up, and that was what I called him because I didn't know that that was not his name. Because my mom would always just call him Bozo. Yes. um it wasn't until like I was late high school, like college, or it was college. It wasn't like even late high school. It was in college when he started like calling us, saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I miss you," and my mom's like, "He's about to die," like just knowing like we've not heard from him in like we had not seen him like technically the last time we ever set eyes on him was when I was 2 months old, 3 months old. So, and he refused to see us whenever we went up. We took a 2 day, we drove for 2 days to go see him, and he refused to see us. So, we made the most of it because he was he literally lived on Niagara Falls, like two streets over from the falls. So we made a trip out of it. Like I got to go on like the boat that like goes under the falls and all of that. I met my mom's best friend who introduced, like, she was the one that got my parents together. So like I met her. I even met some of my mom's cousins. So like it was a fun trip. But yeah, like the fact that he refused to see us. So like he had called. The funniest thing was is he called my mom, and my mom was like in her 60s at the time. He called my mom, and like my mom said something about being 60, and he had called back and started crying because he was like, I have a 60-year-old. And my mom's like, how does that make me feel, Dad? Like, you just called me old. Like, you just called me old because you're like, how can I have a 60-year-old? And he goes, yeah, technically you have. And then she was like, technically you have a like she was like, technically you have a grandson almost 40. Like, just making him feel worse. But yeah, so let me make some characters. Hooky newbie. I love the randomness of like Simlish. Hooky newbie. I am actually hungry. We lost most of our money. We need to save up so that we can buy some land and get a store, because like that's the goal of this game, is we're trying to make a store. So that's like all the stuff that we're making on the pot, like the plates and the like sewing stuff, is we're gonna sell those. May wants to go to work. Okay, that's a good change of pace. You're gonna go to work in like 15 minutes. There you go. Go to work. Why are you sniffling? Don't be sniffling. Do not get sick. Do I work today? Yes, I do. My work is 24/7. I guess technically I'm off work when they're asleep. Yeah. Yeah. Go to work. What? That's funny. So, what drama are we gonna have today? So the husband, that girl and the boy are back on the law, and now the landlord's there too. So,
Kumba.
Yeah, talking. See, this is what they were doing. They weren't even flirting. They were just playing like the red hands when the old man came up to beat up the guy. So, potion. Kitsune.
Sonia. Oh,
Ja, Kosonia Kasmlana.
I get the Shamrock's familiar. Maybe.
Quick!
Your curse is still lifted, Kitsune. We just don't know who has the curse now. Yeah. Oh no, now they're arguing. Okay, she's just walking away. And he's following her. It'll be back in 1 to 3 business days. Well, he's walking in. She started dancing. Oh, now they're dancing together. I'm invested in this relationship now. Oh! He has a thought bubble that is of a boxing glove with an X through it and fire. His thought bubble's on fire, so he is furious. Pat pat. He is just. Is he stalking her? Like, he's just walking over and his looking at her through a chair. Oh. And now they're talking. Oh, and now they're playing rock, paper, scissors. Okay. So, Kitsune, I don't know if you were here, but there was a huge soap opera between this couple and this old man that lives here. And then there was another guy up here just they're watching. Basically, they were talking, they were doing stuff, but the old man didn't like something that the guy did, so he went over and got mad and started slapping him. And then it turned into it where they ended up getting into a brawl. We don't know what happened, and the old man lost and went back into his room, and then the couple went back upstairs, and then the other guy just went downstairs because she was like, might as well like leave. Oh well, we were asleep in the other room. Their name is De Bateau, so I am curious. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the neighborhood. Do you want to save? Yes, I'm gonna save my game. I want to see if, because a lot of these pre-made sims have like descriptions of their families. Grabs popcorns, gasps. Oh, the drama. Yeah. The old man doesn't live there. He doesn't officially live there. He went to the apartment across from us, but he doesn't live there. Oh. They are not related whatsoever with the old guy, according to this little family thing. Because you can see, like, family, friends, and relatives and where they live. Unless the old guy is homeless. Information. So when Jessica... Ooh. You got the curse! And you got first! But you got the curse. I've turned into May. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's not a couple. That's a teen and an adult. And it's okay, so it says when Jessica, so I think the old man might be related to someone named Jessica, who was his ex-wife. But why would he beat him up in front of his kid? Is what I'm... So, when Jessica left him, Armand spent a few months sulking and thinking the son would never come out again. But when he adopted little Tara, she convinced him otherwise. He couldn't be more proud of his heir. Yeah, we now know who has the curse. But yeah, so, I love it. I'm like, yeah. I'm like looking. The old man's not in here, which is just funny that they're not like. So he's not related to the guy, and he's not in here. So the guy lives somewhere. Yes. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back in and go back to Nightshade. Enter lot. Okay. Wait a minute. I am so confused. Yeah, like, so I guess they do. Welcome back. I'm confused because it does say that this guy lives across the street. It says introduce the neighbors. So, like, there is neighbors in there, but they're not in the official, like, housing thing, so it can't, like, even play them. Yeah. Where are you? Oh, May just got home. Okay. May, why don't you knock on the door? Yeah. You're gonna talk to... Oh. I really don't feel like hanging out right now. Maybe some other time. Okay. No, that's the neighbor. I'm gonna... Okay, no, the old guy lives down the stairs. His last name is Cameron. Let's go talk to him. Wow. The daughter, Tara, the girl, literally just walked in. It's like, hello. To the old man's apartment. Yeah. So I'm wondering if it is like... Which makes sense why the thing didn't point to another house because he lives here. If he knows him. I just don't know why. So I saw this fight. I'm gonna use your shower. That's great. You can just use the other people's showers. In The Sims 4, if you go to someone else's house and you don't have the always welcome trait, if you like use their showers or start cooking, they will get mad at you and kick you out of the house. Yeah, go to bed. You're about to pass out. And May wants to go to bed too. It's 7 o'clock. Uh-huh. Wake up and answer the phone. Dude, I don't want to be your friend. You didn't serve us at the restaurant. May! Why did you just do that? She got out of her bed and now is going to my bed. Let's go sleep. Well, we know, yeah. Alright. I know you are tired, but use the toilet. Now, sleep. I really don't want you sleeping the entire day, though. So, use the bathroom. Why don't you continue your painting? My fear is to... one of my fears, rejected for play catch, have overdue rent, and lose a gaming competition. May's fears are sell a lousy painting, lose a gaming competition, and have overdue rent. What do I need? Okay. May is actually, like, good. I have a want to influence someone to garden. We don't have a garden, so why would I influence someone to garden if we don't have a garden? Why don't I study a little bit more about cooking so I can learn eggs, how to make eggs? Okay. Wow, I got another skill in the cooking and to serve dinner, spaghetti, instant meal, and mac and cheese. At least I learned how to make mac and cheese. Mm-hmm. Okay. Serve breakfast. Okay, I can make pancakes. Still no eggs, but at least it's pancakes. Let's serve up some pancakes. It's at least better than instant meals. Why am I taking it down the stairs? No. Okay. Alright, get leftovers. Waffles. It depends, I guess. Like, if I don't want to get the waffle maker out, I'll make pancakes. But I do prefer waffles because with the syrup going into the divots, my main thing is like I barely even like cake. I love cake, when it's very moist and like the flavors throughout the entire cake. Or like donuts, I always have a hard time with certain donuts, especially if like, cause I don't like the pastry itself when, like, just like a frosted donut, I don't like. So I like the frosting of the donut, but the donut is just so dry. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Oh my I know you I know you guys want to move, but we need money to do that. How much is it to buy one of the lots though? I'm gonna You know what? I'm gonna build the bills and have the business be like right across the street from their apartment complex. Mm-hmm. So, so if you get together, you get apartments. Um, like you can have like you can actually build in the apartment like they have apartment complexes. Those aren't great though because of the fact that you can't really build out. You have they give you the floor plan and then you basically build like inside of like the but it adds in like the city feel. University adds in roommates where you don't have to control them. They just kind of show up. Um and it also adds in college, of course. But for rent adds in where you can have like a residential rental where you can have like one landlord and you can basically build like an apartment complex and however you want it and then you can designate which spots are like shared spots, which spots go to which like which room, which suite. So I'd suggest like if you do go like and that could be one of the packs you get is the for rent pack. Mainly because you could literally build like I use blueprints sometimes, so like I really want to get a blueprint of my house and like do like a 1-to-1 compare, not 1-to-1 because you can't do 1-to-1 like exactly, but like as close to like my house. But you can like basically build your like the layout of your place, your apartment, and split it up between the suites. And then you can have someone like build like get a sim. I guess it's like if you don't have anyone buy the place, there's gonna always be like some kind of landlord, so it'll pick a random landlord. But you can actually also be a landlord and rent to tenants. You are a robot. Yeah, I hear you now. These are Ooh. Ah! Ha! I turned to May. It hit on my screen. I turned into May again. I don't know if I want to put it there though. Because there's this big hill, meaning this would be a horrible place to build, is on this hill. So what I might do is, so yeah, I will build it down here. Hello, Root Beer, welcome in. Yeah, I am May today, apparently, because the potion. Yes. Oh, beat slide. Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah. All right. Ooh. We'll build a community lot, and this will be. I was like, wait, this isn't fake. Yeah. There was one time, Root Beer, that I think Kitsune and Suri have done this, and Axe actually has done this before, where May and I will be collabing, and they'll throw a potion on both of us, and we'll turn into each other. It was great. I need to actually message Ada about voice. Changing our voice, like using voice mod. Ow. Yeah. Okay. So, well, technically, so what makes it easy for us is, yeah. And then a banana flew from the sky. Because everything got thrown, then there was a lonesome banana up somewhere and went down. So May and my model is actually the same model, just different expressions. So they just did like a color switch, which is like, it made it so it was easier to do that. I haven't figured out, I want to figure out a way to switch models, but it not have it mess up on the collab side. Because I made it so that, like, you could switch me into, so in VTube Studio, you can have, like, if you have, like, a customizable model, you can create expressions, which will then, like, you can maybe have a redeem, like, one of the expressions is my ears. So, or my, the glasses are just there, but the ears, like, it's part of here's the tail. It's part of the model, but you can have it disappear or reappear, like, in their toggles that your artist can help create. But, so I had it where the potion could turn me into my chibi model. But I couldn't get it to work where it would move me to be seen, because I turned into my chibi model and I went off screen. But then, also, when you're collab, so you know how, like, May and I do the collab where we'll be in the same instance. When I change models, it puts me in the middle of her screen because we control each other's positions so that we can move them around on our own stream. Hey, I am me again. It puts me in the middle of her stream, so that means like she would have to stop what she's doing every time that potion got thrown. Hey, ears! I'm not May anymore. For now. Okay. No, not cat ear. Wolf ear. As a wolf. Oh. So, I wonder how much money it is. I don't want to use up all the money. Real estate. Purchase community lot. No, it's fine. If we have a ton of people that are just, they literally just inside joke will call us cats, and we're like, no. No cats. We're wolves.
Ooh, creme sol prominent. Oh,
Oh, that's kind of annoying. So, to make it, because of the fact that I have these so the walls, you can make them where the walls are cut away. You can make it where the walls like are always up, which is not really cohesive for gameplay. And then you can have like where the walls are all the way down. Well, when they're either down or cut away, when you like take a picture for them to paint, it actually shows the other room, so like you can see the bathtub through the wall. Okay. All right. We're in Belladonna Cove. I'm Nightshade Boutique. Okay, so if I can get 10,000 again, then I will buy this plot of land. I wonder. Yeah, Wolfie is awesome. I wonder if we can. I can see inside this apartment building. That's hilarious. I wonder if we should maybe make an at-home business. Like we actually move to the lot. Build like a small apartment for us. But I don't know because eventually we'll meet. We want to meet Solo and Gray. So I don't know if we would want a business like on the lot. But we shall see. We could like start off with an at-home business and then move the business if we really need to. Oh, yeah. Solo has that gene as well. It doesn't for me. I don't have it. Technically, so if you have dimples, you are a mutant. It's evil. Nah, it's not evil. But if you have dimples, you're a mutant. I have dimples too, and so does my baby. It's because, so... Yeah, it's like there's some mutation in your like structure. I'm just moving those. I wonder if you can. Okay, so sell paintings Sims to home business. Can you sell paintings in your home business? You can, you just have to place them. Okay. So, do we have like a household inventory? Welcome back. Weird. Okay. I don't know what. I don't remember clicking that button. Oh. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, I wish. Oh, I did that too. In in like away from in real life, this I disintegrated my twin sister. Oh, nice. Yeah. Why what? Wait, why to what? Root beer. Because we said a lot. Oh, I don't know. They were taking up too much room. It is the same thing. I think that's probably what like so because I remember like we actually have proof of it because like there is a thing of like in the ultrasound there was two, then and then next thing she knew is one of them was empty and I was like I had moved closer and like was surrounding it surrounding the one and they were like yeah she just and then here's to top it off. I have like the very small jeans. Like I was always like I became a twig in high school. Like I was and like short, and so like I'm small. But when I was a baby, I was over 10 pounds. They said that that's probably why I was over 10 pounds, and they took me early. I would have skyrocketed to maybe 13 pounds if I had gone full term. Mm. Yeah, he would have grown. My brother was m- m- yeah, my brother was like 12 pounds. Both of my grandfathers were 13 pounds. My great grandmother gave birth to a 13-pounder baby. So like naturally like because back then they didn't do like C-sections. They uh gave birth to a 13-pound baby, and she's as small as I am, or she was as small as I am, 5 feet, 100 pounds. Yeah, and she survived. She survived childbirth. Yeah. Who am I talking to? Right.
Blab.
My baby. Yeah. My first pregnancy was over 8 pounds. And they tried to tell me he was gonna be like 6 pounds. And I said nope. knowing my family history, I know he's big. And they're like, but you're small. I'm like, that doesn't matter how big I am. I'm like, my husband's 6 feet. And and that's actually why I had to have a C-section at the beginning for him, was because he was super long, and I had noticed that he had, like, near the end, he had moved to be more of a diagonal line, like diagonally, instead of straight down. And I told him, hey, he's this way. And the doctor was like, it'll be fine. He'll move. And I'm like, but he's big. And he was like, he won't be more than 6 pounds. And I'm like, I don't think so. I think he's going to be at least 8 pounds, because family history, babies are big in my family. But also, my husband's 6 feet. To the point where I went into labor and he had not moved. And they tried to move him and they couldn't move him because he was too big. So I stalled at 9 centimeters because he would not go. Like, he could not move. And then, like, here is how big he was. I was, like, the day before I went into labor, I had someone tell me, he's still, like, if you're feeling kicks up near your ribs, he's not low enough. And I'm like, but I feel him low. He spanned my entire belly. His head was in the birth canal. His feet were near my ribs. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, that's why I went to a different OB the next time, because I was like, you didn't take me seriously. Yeah. Um this OB was better in some regards, but then we really didn't like her, like, during, well, because, like, part of it too was, like, she had her husband do most of the appointments. Her husband is also no B, but I went to her. I didn't go to her husband. I went to her. And then, and yeah. Well, he, like, and then, like, I had seen her, like, the last, like, she had came in, and, like, I barely ever saw her during the actual process. I think she came in twice. Once to be like, oh, yeah, you're progressing nicely. And the next thing I know, she's like, yeah, no, we're going to have to take you in for a C-section. And I'm like, you didn't even let me push. And he's like, well, his like, oxygen is depleting. And I'm like, it seems fine to me. And then, but they're like, they didn't want. I was in labor for 24 hours with my first. I was not even in labor that long when they decided that they were just going to cut me open. So, and then now she's saying that because of scarring on my bladder, I can't I can't have a natural. Exactly. I don't believe that. Of course, that has scared one of the. So actually, you don't want to know the real reason why we haven't tried for another kid yet? Because my husband is scared to lose me. They have scared him, and I basically have been telling him, I'm like I am not ready, really, like I am not ready for another kid right now, like, but I'm like, but when the time is coming and we do want to have another kid, I was like, let us go and talk to like because I really want to do like there's a group near us that they do like home births or like birth center births, like not hospital. And I'm like, let's like before we even consider like before we even have like get pregnant, let's go to them and see, is it possible? Do you think I can have a natural birth? Yeah. Oh yeah. Mhm.
Nible.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
From Nivram. Oh. Breathe.
Yeah. Yeah, so like there are actual reasonings for like my pastor's wife. Um they literally were like, it's dangerous if you even have another kid, like because she almost like she got really sick with her last one. Um and so I'm like, okay, like she's like, all right, thank you. For me, it's like yes, I did have a miscarriage, but obvious like honestly like it was just like it was such an early miscarriage, like I probably would have missed it if we weren't trying to have a kid. I would have missed it if we weren't trying. And the only reason why I didn't miss it is because I had like a slight pregnancy test one time and then a negative the next. And then I was confused, so I got tested, and they said, "Yeah, you have HCG levels, meaning you were pregnant, but they're not high enough, meaning that you lost the baby." And we're like, or the baby is about to get lost. And he basically gave me a week and said, "If you don't have your cycle, come in, and we will do a DNC." And uh, yeah. Well, so the it was like 2 days later. I had gotten over to May's house, and we were like letting our kids, or we were letting our husbands have we were letting our husbands like have a break away from the kids. So we had the kids, and we were in the middle of playing a game with a friend of ours when I started cramping a lot and went to the bathroom, and the like it was yeah. Yeah, so I was actually at May's house when it happened, so I texted Solo and said, "Hey, like I'm not going to make it to church." Cuz like I was supposed to like drive the kids. I was supposed to drive the kids to church the next morning, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna make it to church. So of course, like I showed up to church because so Gray actually drove solo to church, and then Gray was going to come home or like go to his house, so I had to go to church to pick up Solo. So I showed up at church to pick up Solo, and like the whole church knew by that time. So we had a lot of people like giving us stuff and all that. Mhm. Yes. Yeah, because you're early, it doesn't count, and yeah, it's like at some point, it turns into like a stillbirth, but um, mhm. There was actually we knew we knew someone who had a baby, and the baby actually lived, and it was like 28 weeks. It was very like he was. Yeah. Mhm. He. All right. I do have to raid off, so I'm gonna save. Yay! I'm gonna save this one. Save the game. Yeah. Yeah, I saw the time and went, man, it's time to raid off. So, but I mean, yeah. And tonight we are doing. It's Thursday night. Oh, supermarket together with Lord Rexworth. It's a collab, and he's a newbie to the that game. So I said that we're going to scar him with how chaotic we can be, mainly because we have this thing of we our husband and we were playing with our husbands and they couldn't play for 2 weeks, so we continue playing, and they left us unsupervised. So the next thing they knew is that when they got back, the supermarket was filled with like pumpkins, like decor. And they're like, "Did you buy any new products?" We're like, "Nope." And they're like, "You could have expanded the store." We're like, "Eh." We wanted to decorate. And they're like, we should. And then it was funny. They were like, we should not leave you. Like, they left us unsupervised on Stardew Valley one time, and Solo was like, "You bought a Christmas tree?" And I was like, "Yep." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah. Would you be willing to add some mods?" Yeah. Because like there's a few mods that we don't play without anymore. Mainly because like it helps with multiplayer. So like one of the mods is the time mod, which will let you actually pause the game. Um, it lets you pause the game, but then we have it set so that like it's not too OP and all that. Oh, I haven't used that mod yet. Nice. Yeah. We want to do a gameplay of us with playing it with silver, and we could even add anyone who wants to join in because we wanted to kind of like do somewhat of a role play. So meaning there was an update to Stardew Valley saying that any place that you can place they said any place that you can place furniture, you can place a bed and you can sleep there. So we're like, you can place like stuff in the mines, like in the main part of the mines. Silver will be living in the mines. We will have because he's our dwarf. He's the one that mines. Diggy diggy hole. Um, yeah. So like we want to like do like a whole role play of us like our the Sorvins. So like our main like our birth names are is Sorvin, but we were adopted by the Nightshades. So it will be like the Sorvin siblings. Um. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you saw, but we accidentally took over Ada's Twitter post. Mm-hmm. Because what happened was Ada put, "Guys, don't forget to feed your mods" in Twitter. And I just tagged May and said we need to feed them. Uh-oh. And May had said, "I don't even feed myself." And then we joked about it with them, like in Discords, because we're like, "Hey, like here's some cookies." And then so one of our mods found the post and said, "Faye, you've had us in the basement for weeks. Our first meal were the cookies last night, and you ate ramen in front of us. Please spare us. We hunger." Then May said, "Wait, Faye ate the ramen I made for you? Did you guys at least get the lasagna I made for you?" And he said, "No, we saw no lasagna. We only had cookies." And then, "Oh no, I make some more for you then. Thank you, we're starving." And I said, "Hold up. I've been away from because I was at the doctor's office all day yesterday, like all morning. Hold up. I've been away from the den the entire day. I've only ate my ramen. It was up to May to cook the rest of the food." So Kitsune posted moderator's log day 42. "The authorities promised nutrients last night to us, but no such lasagna has arrived. My fellow mods hold on to the hopes as the authorities decide which was supposed to feed us. It has been weeks. This may be my final log." Then Grim said, "Grave log 54. It has been weeks." Or no, then I said or under his, I said, "Formal complaints can be placed in the bin and the correct personnel will get back to you." And then Grim said, Grave log 54. It has been weeks since the last meal drop. We asked for food and got cookies instead. I don't know how much longer we shall last. If this is the last log I make, it was worth it. And I said, who wants sushi? I said, who wants sushi? We shall go to the river and capture some fish. Also, the green stuff on the ground is seaweed, right? I think May has some rice. Totally safe. Like, I just like, and I'm just like, I'm wondering like if he like looks at his notifications, like all of these just on. He'll see a. Yeah, there go. And be like, where's my food? But it's just, it's funny. It was funny that we just like took over his tweet. The funny thing is, we didn't mean to. All we did was comment. Oh, May and I both comment one thing, and it was our mods that took over. Nice. So let me look to the raid and Twitch real or YouTube needs to add like a raid option. They do? How do? No, I meant YouTube. No. No, I thought YouTube. It was like no. Like I've rated before in Twitch. Yeah, no, I had said Twitch at one point, but no, I was like I was meaning YouTube. Okay. I mean, they could have patented the name. They are they allowed to patent the I like the idea of sending someone over to another streamer? Really? That's annoying. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Like I know there's a lot of like people who just because of the controversy never played Power World, but honestly, in my eyes, it's like they're like, oh, it looks like they're like the Anubis and like Lucario looks the same. But in my I know, but like in my eyes, I'm like the animals. If you say you are you're taking inspiration from a lion, and then someone else takes an inspiration from a lion and does some artwork, they're going to have similar things. They're going to look similar because they take the inspiration from the same thing. So both the Anubis and Lucario both took inspiration from the like Anubis, like Anubi or whatever, like the god that god. So yeah, Anubis. Okay. Yeah, so like you are going to have some like if you take the inspiration, like if you both give someone like Zeus, for instance, like I'm gonna take an inspiration from Zeus, and May takes inspiration from Zeus, and we're looking at the same like picture, we're going to draw a similar aesthetic to that. So that's always like my idea of like, yes, they look similar, but they're not the same. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to raid into Rosalie. Rosalie, they're playing Overwatch 2. So here is the pup raid, and here is the sub raid. So if you are subbed, yeah, they are 18 plus. Is she also like do not interact if you're a kid? Like, I'm not sure if she is or not. Yeah. So like some of the like I always say like if we're writing into someone who's 18 plus, it's just minors be aware that so like we'll write into people who are adult or 18 plus even because if they're cussing up a storm all the time like 24/7, that's a different story. Or like more so lewd. I think that's more so like the lewd streamers are the ones that were like, yeah, we don't rate into those streams just because we're not like it's more so we're not comfortable with it. So when people do the smash and pass like put in your PNG, we don't participate in those just because we're not comfortable with it. Oh yeah. 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 Well, that's why I like this the raid thing now is that lets you preview what they're streaming because it used to be there was one time we raided into someone that they were like they said that they were playing Minecraft and it was Cobblemon. But when I think it was like they forgot to change their title and when we raided it was like some smasher passing and we're like, "Uh-oh." So that's why with the finding out about this raid button where you can like see what people are doing, I can be like, okay, okay, like they're actually playing Overwatch, or like this is also how we see like, oh, they're raiding off. Never mind. Yeah. So I am going to, yes. So yeah, so I will be back tonight with Supermarket Together. We don't know if we'll be doing anything afterwards. It just depends on how long Lord Rexworth wants to go for. Um Tomorrow morning I will be playing Sims 4. That's my recorded series, so that is something that um if I'm not too present in comments is because I'm trying to make it so that the uh editor doesn't have to take out too much. Um yeah, I will be in my private VC because like I want to make it so that May can jump in because since I'm playing us. um and then tomorrow night Solo and I will be playing Monster Hunter Wilds. We kind of figured out how to do it, like we're not going to be like we figured out how to do it where it's not too laggy. Plus, I have a new asset that I need to at least use once while playing Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, I'm excited for it. So, it's so cute. But yeah, so yeah, until next time, bye.